Welcome back to the GolfWRX 3-Swing Challenge. Today we are taking 3 swings with the brand new Tour Edge Exotics E725 Driver. This is the 10K MOI super forgiving model. Let's take 3 swings, see how it goes. I like the look. I think the shaping, they did a nice job kind of adjusting kind of the hosel into the face. Looks a little bit more traditional, and the matte carbon is really, really good looking. Wow. Nice little gentle draw. Little right, but that is actually going to be perfect. It's going to play perfect, just in the right rough. Sound is pretty good too. Definitely more muted than the previous 723 model. Again, this is the 10K MOI driver, so super forgiving. Adjustable weight in the back that you can actually set to draw, fade, or neutral. But yeah, like I said, I like the sound and feel. I think it's a little more muted. I like the look. It's definitely cleaner without the old Ridgeback. This has got Ridgeback 360. Just an overall really good looking driver. This is a really tight par 5. Let's see if we can get the fairway. Oh yeah, drawn back, started out to the right, drawn back, don't hit the tree. Ooh, I thought I clipped a little bit of the tree there, but I should be all right. That ball just goes straight. Like it's starting out on a little bit of a right line, but it's just going dead straight. It's not moving at all. Like that thing's just gentle, gentle draw. All right, so here's where my second shot landed. I actually clipped this tree right behind me, just one of the little branches here, and it dropped. Honestly though, the ball starts out a little bit right, but it just doesn't draw back. Like I'm used to drawing the ball pretty hard back to the fairway, and it just has this gentle baby draw. It just doesn't move much. So I've just got to be trusting and aim it down the middle a little bit more. But 2 shots ended up really solid. Good sound and feel, and again, I really like the look. So I think Tour Edge has definitely upped their game for these 2025 model woods. So far, I've been really impressed with this. It's been probably the best Tour Edge driver I've hit out of their lineup, and I've hit a lot of them. So far, super forgiving, very straight. Been just, like I said, I can't say enough. Been very impressed. Again, a ball hit pretty darn well, and it just doesn't have a ton of movement to it. Again, I got to trust hitting it, aiming it more left, but that ball's on the right side of the fairway. Perfect approach in. Another fairway. I've missed one. I'm 2 out of 3, and honestly, I think the one would have hit the fairway had it not caught the limb of that tree. But again, right in the right side of the fairway. Definitely long, but it's super forgiving. I mean, it's just I don't see as much draw on the ball as I usually have, and the ball just starts out on a pretty slightly right line and goes straight. So overall, really impressed with how easy this thing is to hit and how forgiving it is. Really solid option, the E725. All right, so we just finished the 3-swing challenge with the Tour Edge Exotics E725 Driver. It is a 10K driver, so 10K MOI. So the MOI added between the horizontal and vertical axis add up to 10K. So extremely forgiving, extremely straight, but they still have a ton of tech in there for the 3D diamond face and a movable weight, and they can still dial this thing in. It's still really long, but it's also really stable. We started with looks on this thing, and looks, I'm giving it a 7.9. I like that they kind of done this new kind of paint break on the top line where it actually kind of makes the head look a little bit more square. The matte carbon on the top looks really, really good. The Ridgeback 360, where they move the Ridgeback to the outside and not down the center, is super clean. Makes this driver just look a whole lot better, and I think shaping-wise looks really good. It's a little bit stretched out from front to back. It's got a little triangular kind of shape there, but it is a 10K driver. They needed to move weight to the perimeter, so it's super stable, and that stretched out look is just part of that. Overall, really good looking driver, and even in the 10.5 loft, you don't see a ton of loft on this thing. So if you're someone who doesn't like to see a lot of face at higher lofts, this driver definitely looks to have that set up. Sound and feel, I'm giving it 8.5. It's got a nice crack to it. It's got a lower pitch sound than the C series, and I think the sound is really, really good on this. I think they've really improved it, again, over the 723 series, and then the feel of it is honestly really, really solid. It's very, very responsive. I hit a couple shots off the toe. You can tell right away that you caught it off the toe. When you did strike it center, that left pitch just changed it to touch, and that feel, you can kind of feel the face kind of trampoline and kind of push the ball off the face as well. That 3D diamond face, you can definitely feel it working when you do strike it dead center. Performance-wise, I'm giving it an 8.9. I was really shocked at how good this driver did. Extremely straight. I play a fairly decent draw and noticed that this thing definitely had less curvature to my shots compared to a lot of other drivers, and it was still really long. It was still long. You could still get the ball out there, whether you struck it dead center or you mishit it a little bit. It seemed like the distance drop-off wasn't super drastic between those shots. Overall, giving it an 8.4. I think this driver is really, really good. I think, honestly, the 725 series of drivers from Tour Edge is the best they've made. This thing performs really, really solid, and you can still have an adjustable weight in the back to, set it for draw or fade, while having your adjustable hosel as well. So it's forgiveness, but you still get some adjustability and you still get distance out of it. So that is the 3-swing challenge with the Tour Edge E725 driver.